Hi guys, it's giveaway time. Thank you all so much. Your support, comments, and your love of creepy crafts mean the world to me. So stick around. There's going to be a code word revealed somewhere in this video, and you'll need it to enter. The only way to win this Ouija board and the little planchette, all I did was put self-adhesive foam pads on the back so it could slide around. So here's the rules. You have to be subscribed to Kelly Krafts, like this video, and comment the secret code word. The giveaway closes in 7 days. It's open only to U.S. residents 18 and older. This giveaway is not sponsored or affiliated with YouTube. It is solely run by me, Kelly Krafts. The rules are also listed in the description box. So let's get to today's video. Thank you all again so much. I hope you enjoy. Hi, this is Kelly. Welcome to my channel. Today we have 2 Halloween DIYs. The first one is really super cute. The second one is a little bit creepy. DIY number 1, Halloween totem with a twist. This one is so much fun. All this stuff came from Dollar Tree except the rub-ons came from Amazon. And you see where I marked a dot in the center of the block on 2 sides, and there was already a hole in the one block. These are the foam dice in the toy aisle from Dollar Tree. And I'm just taking my little skinny screwdriver and pushing it through the center, and I'm trying to make it come through the other side. I was close, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go in from the other end, and we're just gonna keep working it until we get all the way through. And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort, really. It takes a little time. What you want, that dowel rod laying there is what's going to go through the holes in the dice. And you want them to, you want to be able to turn them, but you don't want them flopping around. So you don't want the hole to be too big. So once I got it all the way through with the little skinny screwdriver, I took just a regular pencil, and I'm pushing that in there as far as it'll go and spinning it. And we're going to go back and forth from each side and, you know, take the dowel rod, test it out every now and then. Stick that through there. Does it go on easily? Back and forth. Back to the screwdriver. Jiggle it around in there. And if you keep on messing with it, you will dig out a hole big enough through that dice. There we go. So these 2 are ready to go. So I just got to do the same thing to that 3rd dice. And these are painted with Waverly chalk paint in the color pumpkin. And these are just large beads. I think they came off of a tassel thing or something. They came off of something at Dollar General. You want large beads that will also slide over your dowel rod. Paint those black. And now I'm dry brushing the pumpkin orange on the beads. Oh, and the little terracotta pots also came from Dollar Tree. And I had that painted blue for something else and never used it. So I just painted that with black chalk paint. And we're just going to dry brush again the pumpkin color on that. So I've seen plenty of people make the totems where they stack them on top of each other and glue them together. And they're really cute, but you can't see all the designs. This way you can twist them around and set them up how you want to. I thought that would be a fun twist, if you will. And we're just going to dry brush black on... I want to call them blocks. By the time you're done painting them, they look like wooden blocks. And then one of the beads, I plugged in the hole on one side with some lightweight spackle. Now, these transfers I got from Amazon, they're so cute. Got a little vintage vibe going on. Perfect size for this. I'll leave you the link. Now, I don't know if any of you have messed with rub-on transfers. I've played with them a little bit. And if you have a really hard, smooth surface, they go right on with, like, no effort. On these foam blocks, you really have to work them. You really have to keep rubbing and checking and rubbing and checking because it has give. So, it will it took some time to get these rub-on transfers on here, just so you know. You could use stickers if you want, instead of, you could decoupage images on there. And, but yeah... It took a while, but I was so afraid once I had to keep pressing on it with, you see my little scraper tool there. I was afraid it was going to rip the paint off, but it didn't. Now, I have some other rub-on transfers that will rip the paint off of something like this. So, it's kind of, you might be better off tearing out little images and decoupaging them on there. And like I always tell you, you want to seal your project anyway. You're going to want to seal the outside with either Mod Podge or some spray-on clear coat. And you see me working it and working it and working it. And you just have to be patient. And then you can lift up the corner and... Oh, look. Yeah, I thought that would be hilarious because I spend a whole lot more time on this than I show you. But if you lift up the corner very slowly and you see it didn't lay down, see, that's what happened right there. Lay it right back down and keep on rubbing it. But yeah, I believe it's because of the give in the foam. So finally, and just very, very slowly, and the edges were still trying to pop up a little bit, but once you get the corner, once you get it started, I didn't have a problem. And then I just take my finger and carefully make sure those edges are down. But yeah, you definitely want to seal these later. Aren't they cute? Look at the little ghost reading the book. I just think it's adorable. So, everything's painted, everything's decorated. Now, this is just a circle I cut out of cardboard. And I had an accident. I really should have started a blooper reel. I got ahead of myself, burned my finger, and glued the thing to my table. So that's why there's glue already on it. So, anyway, I got smart and got these little needle nose pliers. I glued some felt to one side of the cardboard. And the fibers in the felt, you can grab it with the pliers. And then that also helps you get it straight down in the pot. Because this is smaller than the opening. You want it up in there a little ways. I want something to glue the bottom of the dowel rod to. Plus to shorten it a little bit. Or lengthen it from out of the pot. Because it would have been too short if it was all the way down. And that actually worked. Then I went around the outside with some hot glue. And then you can put another base on the bottom to cover all that up if you want to. But, who's going to come in your house and pick it up and look at the bottom? And who cares if they do? Seriously. So now we're going to take our hot glue gun and we're just going to squirt a boatload of glue down in that hole. Because if we put enough in there, some of it's going to go in the right spot. That's the way I see it. But you want it in the center there. It's going to go straight down to the center. And get the dowel rod in there. And then you just want to check it out. Make sure it's pretty straight. Now these dowel rods are not perfect. There's kind of, they come from Dollar Tree. Pick the best one you can. And then I'm going to glue around, fill in the gap between the hole in the terracotta pot and the dowel rod. And glue the bead down to the top of our base. It's code word time. The secret code word is Captain Howdy. Then we're going to add whichever block we want on the bottom, and then another bead. And we're not going to glue any of the rest of these because we want them to be able to turn. And our next block, kind of off screen, but you can see what I'm doing. And one more bead. And the last block. Too cute. Oh yeah, I put the Happy Halloween transfer on the base. So in the open end of the bead, I'm going to add some hot glue, and I pretty much guarantee you're going to put too much, which I did. And I still have my little needle nose pliers, and I'm going to glue that to the top of the dowel rod. Now there's some space between the block and the bead, so I'm not getting glue on the block. And as soon as you put it on there, you got your little needle nose pliers or some tweezers. You pull the excess glue off, and it'll pop right off, and you'll never see it. And if there's some left behind, touch it up with a little black chalk paint. And look at that. You can spin them all around however you want. I just love this. I love how it came out. So easy and affordable. It takes a little patience, but it's not hard to do. The hardest part was getting the hole through there, but you just keep on working it, and it'll work. DIY number 2, the Haunted Mirror. This is also Dollar Tree. These are in the beauty aisle, hair care aisle, whatever, where all that stuff is. And I bought 2, luckily, because I broke the first one getting it out. of the mirror. So what I did was I heated it up from the back. Heated up the plastic on the back with my heat gun and kind of bent the handle. I had a hold of the top and then the handle and kind of bent it where that glass would kind of lift. And I got that little screwdriver under there. Then I heat it up again and just very gently just keep wiggling it. But you might want to use a popsicle stick, something like that. It would be a little less scary. Wear gloves. Be careful. Oh my God, please don't cut yourself. And now they're already black, so I'm just going to a little more than dry brush. This is just a metallic champagne gold. And now I'm just going to take, you want a brand new blade in that scraper, and you just want to scrape most of the silvering off, but not quite all of it. And then my image is cut a little bit smaller than the glass, and I'm using a glue stick, and I want to put that on the silvering. I don't want that all over the glass if I can help it. And this little guy, and you want to use something black and white, and you might want to go in Canva, whatever you find. Oh, I got this off of Pixabay, Pixabay, Pixabay. You get free images on there all day, and I put it on my Canva and brightened up the white because you want to be able to see it through there. If it's too dark, you're not going to see it. So black and white seems to work best for this. Now, these 4 dots show where the glue was, so we know where to put our glue. That was helpful. And we just get our glue on there and pop it right back in the slot. And the thing is with it, there's certain angles it's just going to glare. You're not going to see the image, but you know, it's like it'll catch people's eye and they'll be like, "Whoa!" You know. So it is pretty cool. So this is just some chiffon ribbon. I've got some burgundy and some black, and I thought, well, I need to dress it up a little bit. I need to put a little something on here. And we're just going to find the center and cinch that together. I love that chiffon ribbon. It's just so pretty and vintage looking and, you know, kind of shabby chic, I guess you'd call it, with the frayed edges. It's just so pretty. I got a whole bunch of different colors. I just love them. Well, if you've seen any of my videos, you've seen me use the orange ones, and my witches have them. And I'm just going to hot glue it right below the mirror. Oh, you see my phone recording in the mirror there. And I'm just going to glue a little plastic spider to the center of my ribbon. These, I got a pack of these from Amazon, but Dollar Tree, to my understanding, Halloween stuff's coming out like any minute now. I'm going tomorrow and see what's going on. And they have stuff like that all the time when Halloween's getting here. But it's getting earlier and earlier. Look at that. Isn't that? It's so cute. It's so much fun. Yeah. And then I figured I could just display it along with the other one turned upside down. And here we have my final reveal. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy with this little totem. It is the cutest thing. Too cute. I just love it. And I love those little terracotta pots. You can use it for so much stuff. And yeah, I had to get a certain angle for you to see the image in this reveal here, but isn't that cool? It is so cool. It's reflecting the creepy cloth. That is cool. I didn't even notice that when I first recorded it. That is cool. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. We have so much fun on this channel. Happy Halloween!